Hi guys, so I want to make a video about my daughter journey with milk allergies. She almost died because of it was diagnosed at the age of 4 months and a half. And yeah, if I can help someone who is in a similar situation, I would really love to. These are the milk powders that we tried, and breast milk, and I will tell you what is the difference, which one worked good, which one was absolutely horrible, and what are we currently doing, and how is my daughter doing. So I noticed since birth she would have small red dots on her skin, but it was not bad, and she would be congested. Initially we were like, well, she has a cold, it will go away. It didn't. Sometimes it would get better, sometimes worse, and we just thought, well, she's just congested naturally, you know. What I was doing from the beginning, because she was not able to breastfeed, to latch, I was pumping, and I would give her 1 to 2 bottles of goat milk. We bought this one because it's organic. She loved the taste, and it was expensive, so we thought we're giving something very good to our daughter. It was working fine. Like I say, she was congested, she would get redness every now and so, but she was mostly on my breast milk. She was eating a lot. She's not anymore, probably because of everything that happened. I will go into that, but I want to do it chronologically. She was in the 80 perceptal, so she was a big baby, and she was eating a lot. Thank God, because she would right now be anorexic if she didn't do this before. But the problem was I didn't have enough my milk because of her big demand. And yeah, most women, when they pump, they get less milk than when they breastfeed, because sometimes you don't have time to pump. Sometimes you don't react good to a certain pump, then you need to buy another one, and yeah, you lose your milk supply every time something happens, or if you're stressed or anything like that. Then that's now I'm gonna go into the problem area. What happened? She started eating more and more. She started having eczema all over her body, firstly on the tummy, then on her chest, then on her back, then on her neck, and at her face. It got so bad when people would saw her, it was like they look at us like we are the worst parents in the world. No cream helped, nothing helped. The cream would help that she wouldn't itch her skin in that moment, but like half an hour later, it was like I never put cream on there. It was fat, still fat and pieces, but you know, the redness would actually get even worse. And I use really good stuff, hypoallergenic stuff for babies, no essential oil, you know, just like very basic, amazing products. Then let's go to the part of the doctor. I told him the first time we had a visit with her pediatrician that I'm suspecting milk allergy, and he said no, because she was big and healthy and it's not milk allergy. Then we had the next checkup, the same stuff. He said her red spots was there because of sensitive skin. Then I know, and she was sleeping horrible. Oh my God, I forgot to say this. She was sleeping horrible since she was 3 weeks old. And now thinking back, she was actually, that's when we started giving her formula, because that's when we realized that she wasn't latching properly and she was hungry and she started losing weight. But till that point, she was actually waking up only 1 time a night. After that, she started waking up every hour to every 45 minutes. you maybe still see back under my eye, and that's the cause of it. Because I was literally, my sleep right now is broken. Tonight she was sleeping, she slept 4 hours altogether. She hasn't done this since she was a newborn, and I could not sleep because my sleep needs to regulate now. But anyway, I'm skipping myself. I want to go chronologically because there's a lot. Then what happened? So I was giving her my breast milk and this, maybe 1 to 2 bottles. She started eating more and more. My breast was not giving more milk. They were giving always the same. And she started having worse eczema. So they start spreading everywhere. And I apologize, I have allergies too, but not to milk. And yeah, and by the way, I was already avoiding milk because I was myself, I still had in my head that she's allergic on milk, even if no one believed me. Not even my husband. He said I'm crazy. And the doctor didn't believe me, family didn't believe me, and so on, because she was growing and she was a happy baby. Then as her situation became worse, I got scared and I bought this. Sorry, I'm gonna come back. I need to clean my nose. So, as she became worse, we went to the doctor, and she started having small blood particles in her poop. And sorry, I forgot to say one stuff. She was very bloated from the start, and her doctor said some babies are bloated and it's normal. I said yes, but she's awake the whole night, she's pushing, it's a disaster, she cannot sleep at night. And he said no, some baby have problem with gas. Now I know that it was all connected from the start. And anyway, she started having blood in her poop, and her eczema became horrible, like horrible. When I would Google bad baby eczema, her was much worse than what I was seeing on the picture that popped up. So she was really, really bad. So I got this, and I was thinking that something was wrong with my milk. And maybe it was because I was avoiding dairy product, but I didn't really read behind. I never read, if you buy some salami, some meat that has been, not meat, some processed meat, I never read behind the label if it could contain milk product in small quantities. I was just avoiding, pizza, cheese, milk, where it's obvious it's a milk product, or yogurt and stuff like this. I bought this. I stopped giving her goat milk and my milk completely. I just went to this because I was like, it's hypoallergenic for kids that has issue with milk protein. Her situation got worse, so bad. I think this product is good if you want to help your kids digest formula more easily, or to avoid a kid developing an allergy. But if your kid has an allergy, this is horrible. It might be slightly better than regular milk formula from like regular cow, but if your kid has allergy, this is not it. Like literally, this was better. So I'm like, oh my god, now I'm having allergy. I'm sorry. Oh god. Okay, so it became worse. In a 2-week span that I was using this, she started pooping blood, like 50% blood, 50% poop, diarrhea, watery diarrhea, half an hour after eating, and she was pooping 10 till 15 times a day, which is very severe. Okay, they say kids can get very sick if they have strong diarrhea for more than 4 days. She ended up having diarrhea for 24 days. 24 days of 10 or 15 diarrhea a day. Her room was stinking like, I worked in a retirement home. Her room was stinking like people that are dying. That's how it was. I was depressed, I was shaking, I was, she was sick and I was sick too with her. And the doctor was no help. He was like, just continue giving her this. And he took a sample of her stool and said, it's probably a bacteria. And I went to home and I was like, or a virus. If it's a bacteria or a virus, why doesn't she have any fever? Why isn't she, like, how you are when you have a bacteria or a virus, or if you are very like sick from something that you catch, a bug or something. I remember as a kid, and she didn't vomit. She didn't vomit as well. Some people vomit from good protein allergies too, but mine didn't. Sorry, I need to wipe my nose again. Oh my god. I'm back again. So, anyway, I'm checking on her. She's sleeping now. And after that, she started pooping blood. And this was the first time, like, when her blood became 50% blood, 50% poop. We went to the emergency room in another town close by. And who was there? It was weekend, and our doctor that was no help was there working again. So we didn't get a second opinion. We were very unlucky. And he basically just said she doesn't have a fever. She's reacting. She doesn't have. He was looking for dehydration signs, and if the kid doesn't have dehydration signs and no fever, and they're reacting, they're not like sick, like visibly sick, they will not stay in the emergency room, or they will not leave them in the hospital. They send you home and pray for the best. So yeah, that was a failure. And then 2 days later, more blood. She started having horrible pain, screaming. We took her to the emergency once again, and the doctor there diagnosed her with milk allergy, which I was suspecting all along, in 2 minutes. I was like, oh, was I right? He as well didn't want to keep her there because he was like, no, the kid needs to change diet. There's no point of her being there for 15 days, eating, pooping, and for her to get better. He was like, she has my milk allergy 100%. And he told us we get this. Not like my doctor that I actually said, I'm gonna get this one. And he was like, yes, it's a very good idea. You went from your breast milk and goat milk to this one. It was my suggestion because I wasn't aware it's not actually a hypoallergenic formula. It's not. It's just partially hypoallergenic formula. And he write this thing, but there was one more day that we need to wait because it's complicated. You can get this with recipe. You cannot buy it with prescription. You cannot just buy it. And it was already late. So what I did was I already ordered this before we went to the emergency room. This is rice formula. Apparently it's not suggested to babies, but my baby really, this saved her. So she ate these 2 bottles. She hated the taste on the beginning, but eventually she warmed up to it. Like in the evening she was already eating very good. She was eating almost the same quantity she would with this or with this formula. I did need to pursue her a little bit, and like she was, you know, spit out the bottle nipple, and I would like eat. It smells weird, but it literally, we saw a difference. So after we went, I gave her this before emergency room, emergency visit, but I gave her this like 2 hours before the emergency visit. And after that, she was like pooping blood, like blood, straight up blood. But this was because of the milk that she ingested before. It's not like she will eat this, and if she poops in 5-10 minutes, that this is the reason for it. The reason is the milk that she had previously. And that night, so after we went home from the emergency room, I could keep on giving her this. The doctor was very skeptical. He was like, what is this, you know? But I mean, I would never, like, I didn't want to give her this is poison for her. So I gave her this, and she didn't poop that night. She didn't poop the next day, so because her digestive system was empty. The bad milk has exited the system. She was empty, and I mean, actually, it's normal. Some baby don't poop 2 times a day, so you know. With formula, they poop 2 times a day, but because she was empty, her stomach was empty, her everything, it needed time to come from the stomach till, you know, the exit. But she was taking this only 24 hours, and today, so this was recently, this was a couple of, I honestly, I'm sleep deprived, so please don't come for every word I say like it's exactly, you know, 100% correct. But this was so yesterday she didn't poop. No, yesterday she didn't poop. So we were to the emergency 2 days ago. Yesterday she didn't poop. But in the evening she had some stomach pain, like she's gonna do it, but she didn't. She just farted. She sleep amazing. First night she sleeps 4 hours straight. And yeah, we are from yesterday noon we are giving her this, and as well she hates the taste though. I don't know if we're gonna go to another private doctor and get a second opinion, because if I'm gonna ask her if I can give her my breast milk, and I'm now looking at every label on the back for milk, and I would love to give her my breast milk and then supplement 1 to 2 to 3 bottles of rice milk. This is very, very expensive, and my doctor gave me only 1. I'm like, this is 400 grams, and he told me I needed to give her 2 weeks. It's already, so I gave her this yesterday noon and today, and it's like, it's almost half. I don't know how long it's gonna, and the worst stuff is, you know, she doesn't want to drink it, and then I sometimes need to throw it away. I make it, I offer, and 1 hour later you need to throw it away. So, you know, it's a lot of wasted product. This looks much nicer, and it solves way better. I think it's almost $50. This one was $18. Same quantity, similar packages as well. They both are 0% milk, as much as I understood. This one, I read the ingredients, I'm very confused what it is. The first ingredients is glucose syrup, but it has only it has 5% sugar. So the other ingredients I cannot, there's oils, and the rest I don't know what it is. It's all minerals, vitamins, and stuff your baby needs. Here it's obviously rice, and it has the vitamins, and it has egg white, which is very, very important. So as much as I understand, they're both They has nothing to do with milk. And I don't want even to give my breast milk right now because she just needs to recover. Like, she needs to be away from milk. Like, no milk, even, you know, the breast milk is quite watery. And I'm right now avoiding completely dairy. I'm gonna wait a little bit. I'm pumping and I'm freezing my milk. Maybe in 6 months, she's not gonna be so sensitive, and she will be able to get my milk. Even so, I'm avoiding milk products, but completely. So reading labels and everything. But sometimes it needs to, your organism needs to clean couple of weeks when that it's 100% clean from milk proteins. I probably don't have a lot in me because I'm avoiding milk products in general, and now I'm avoiding for the last 3 days completely, reading labels and everything. So there might still be a little bit of milk protein in my system and in my milk. That's gonna get frozen, and then I'm gonna talk with the private doctor and ask her if it would be a good idea that I go back to my milk and to supplement with this, because she likes it. It's affordable. This is $50, and in 1 day she already is 1/3 or half of this is missing. It's just not, and it's chemical. Like, I mean, maybe it's great, but it's just chemicals, you know. Like, there's nothing. Like, here you can say it's egg white and rice, you know, and chemicals. This is just I think this one is healthy because it's only with prescription. It's very expensive, you know. A lot of research has gone in this, but I don't want to give this to my baby for a whole year, and it would cost me $600 or more dollars a month. I'm not rich. So yeah, this one, definitely, if you don't have good insurance, if your doctor is not listening to you and you are suspecting milk allergy, try, I don't know from which country you are, but try to get a formula similar to this. I think even like there's soy as well. You have soy milk formulas. They could be good if your child is not allergic to soy. I think they said 15% of kids that are allergic to milk are as well allergic to soy. And this was really a savior for us, that one day that we couldn't get this because she was pooping blood. Like, her digestion every day was 30% more blood in her stool. And it was like she would, I don't know if she would survive it, honestly. My husband yesterday read online that I don't know how many million of kids, a ton of kids die every year because untreated milk allergy. And yeah, rices as well. I know they don't suggest it to kids, but when to a lot of people that I said I give this, they were like, don't do this, don't do this. It's not for kids. Rice is not meant for such a small child. But you know, in Asian culture, people eat rice and they live longest from anyone else. And it's very good for the stomach. You know, when you have, for adults that have diarrhea, they suggest to eat just white cooked rice. And it's a very basic, very easily digestive food. You know, if you cannot eat gluten, eat rice. If you have diarrhea, eat rice. If you have upset, sensitive stomach, you eat rice. So in my eyes, it's a very logical solution, okay? And basically, if your kid is having these symptoms, your doctor is not listening to you, you do not know what to do, try to get this one or something similar, like a plant-based, but not vegan. It needs to have egg whites. When I was in the pharmacy and I was getting this, and I told her, oh, we're currently giving rice formula, and she's reacting really good. Actually, I didn't say rice formula, I said rice milk. and she I actually said it wrong. She understood that I was just giving her milk, rice milk that you can buy in the store, you know, for adults. She was like, no, don't give that, it needs to have egg whites. And then I went home and I realized it does have egg whites actually. Where is it written? Here. So it has actually quite a bit. It has on 100 grams, 13.4 grams is egg white. Okay, and sugar, it has almost, they're both almost 5 grams. This is 4.6 grams of sugar, and this one, and I hate labels, this one is 4.7. So yeah, it's the same amount of sugar in both of them. Yeah, I hope I help someone out there, because this was the 2 worst weeks of my life. And you know, I watched so much videos, and I got educated as well a lot, and I'm like, just get something like this, and you don't need to stick to it, you can change, but just get it and see if it make a difference. Today my daughter pooped, and this was the first time that her poop didn't stink, the first time that her poop looks like a pate consistency. This is actually the perfect consistency for babies. When it's not hard, it looks like you can spread it, you know, with a knife, you know. And yeah, it didn't hurt her. She's a completely new baby in 48 hours of eating correctly. So that's it from me, and I wish you and your baby all the best.